So this news story is about a week old now, but for most people it flew completely under the radar as everyone seemed preoccupied with the Metroid Prime Remaster and with the announcement of Metroid Fusion coming to the Switch. So here's essentially what happened. On the Kiwi Talks podcast on YouTube, they interviewed a man by the name of Anthony Garcelano. Anthony is an artist and he worked as a contractor on the Metroid Prime Remaster. Many aspects of the game were discussed, but the real interesting part about Garcelano's interview was that he said, "Crossing my fingers if they're also remastering the second and third game," meaning Metroid Prime 2 and Prime 3. Obviously, as a contractor, there's no guarantee that Anthony would be a part of future development projects concerning Metroid games. But seeing how well the Metroid Prime Remaster has sold, I think it would be somewhat safe to assume that they would want to bring back most of the same development team. Now here's the thing. Several months ago, we had reports coming from several leakers within the industry, including gaming insider Jeff Grubb, that Nintendo had already completed a remastered version of each Metroid Prime game. The report stated that Nintendo was just sitting on these completed remasters, and would slowly release each of them individually leading up to the release of Metroid Prime 4. This sounded like great news, but based on Anthony Garcelano's recent quote, it sounds like that initial report isn't completely accurate. When Anthony stated that he's crossing his fingers for a role in Prime 2 and 3, he basically implied that he hasn't already worked on them, which gives me doubt that they've been worked on at all. So here's the silver lining. The sales of the Metroid Prime Remaster far exceeded not just my expectations, but Nintendo's expectations as well, as they didn't make nearly enough physical copies to meet the demand upon release. The sales of Metroid Prime gave it the second biggest physical release of 2023, trailing only Hogwarts Legacy and ahead of the Dead Space remake and Fire Emblem Engage. Based on the fact that the game has sold so many copies and is so critically acclaimed, Nintendo would be crazy not to bring Prime 2 and Prime 3 to the Switch as well. So I definitely think that it's bound to happen. But now that Garcelano has given us reason to believe that they haven't begun remastering the games yet, if we are getting Prime 2 and Prime 3 on the Switch, we might be waiting a while for them. If you were getting your hopes up for Metroid Prime 2 in the next Nintendo Direct, I certainly wouldn't. Because this thing could still be a ways off, unless Nintendo just decides to straight up port them to the Switch. But hey, you guys are the same fan base who waited 19 years for Metroid 5, and is currently in a nearly 6-year wait for Metroid Prime 4. So me asking you guys to be patient with me isn't necessarily something that you're not used to. So what do you guys think? Would you rather wait a while for the remasters of Metroid Prime 2 and 3? Or would you rather get straight up ports brought over to the Nintendo Switch? Let me hear your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more Metroid and Zelda content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.